Minecraft world that shouldn't exist. Most Minecraft creepypastas begin the same way. A strange seed, a missing texture, a player who swears they weren't alone. Most of those stories are obviously fake. At least, that's what everyone thought. Because this story didn't start with a screenshot. It didn't start with a blurry video. It started with a world file. A world that nobody can explain. The world was uploaded anonymously to an old Minecraft archive forum in late 2012. There was no username, no description. Just a zip file named don'topenalone.zip. Naturally, thousands of people downloaded it. Most never opened it. A handful claimed something was wrong. Only one person documented everything. His username was Elias. This is his story. When Elias first loaded the world, nothing looked unusual. It was a standard survival world. Oak trees, a river, some sheep wandering nearby. Normal. Almost disappointingly normal. He spent the first in-game day gathering wood, crafting tools, and building a small shelter. Nothing strange happened. That night, he heard footsteps. Not zombie footsteps, not skeletons. Player footsteps. They circled the house for almost 20 seconds, then stopped. Elias assumed another sound had glitched. He ignored it. Morning arrived. Outside his house, someone had built a perfect ring of red flowers. No grass was broken, no blocks were missing. Every flower was evenly spaced. Exactly 48 flowers. He hadn't planted them. No one else had access to the world. He deleted them and kept playing. Days passed. Tiny things began changing. Trees disappeared overnight. Torches moved. Doors were left open. Animals vanished. Nothing dramatic. Just enough to make him question his memory. Every time he convinced himself he'd imagined it, something else happened. Then came the first sighting, while mining deep underground. He looked down a long tunnel, standing at the far end. It was Steve. No armor, no tools, no movement, just staring. His eyes, completely white. Elias froze. The figure stood perfectly still for nearly 10 seconds. Then, it stepped backwards, into solid stone, not around the corner, not into darkness, straight through the wall. When Elias reached the tunnel, nothing was there. He checked the replay recording. The figure wasn't on the video, only the empty tunnel. At first he assumed the recording software had bugged, until he noticed something else. The audio still contained footsteps. Footsteps that had no owner. Over the next week, the encounters became more frequent. Every few hours, the white-eyed player appeared somewhere impossible, watching from mountaintops, standing beneath lakes, walking through lava, never attacking, never speaking, only watching, always disappearing before Elias could reach him. He named the figure Herobrine. Most people think Herobrine kills players. That's actually the least frightening version of the legend, because Elias discovered something much worse. Herobrine wasn't following him. He was leading him somewhere. Every appearance pointed in a direction, almost like breadcrumbs. A glimpse on a hill, another inside a forest, another beyond an abandoned village, always farther away. Eventually, curiosity won. Elias followed. The journey lasted nearly 3 in-game weeks, across frozen oceans, deserts, jungles, massive cave systems, every few hundred blocks. Another sighting, always waiting, always silent, until one day, the landscape changed. Every tree stopped generating. No animals spawned. The music disappeared. The game became completely silent. No ambient cave sounds. No wind. Nothing. Just footsteps. His own. Then he found it. A village. Except it wasn't generated naturally. Every house was identical. Doors faced the wrong direction. Windows were missing. Every chest contained exactly 1 block of dirt. Nothing else. Not food, not tools, just dirt. There were villagers, hundreds of them. None moved. Every single one stared toward the church. Inside the church, nothing. Except a staircase leading underground. The staircase wasn't made from Minecraft blocks. It looked wrong. The textures stretched like melted plastic. Some blocks flickered between stone and wood. Others looked unfinished, as though they belonged to an older version of the game. Halfway down, the torches behind him went out, one by one. He didn't hear them extinguish. He simply noticed darkness swallowing the staircase behind him. He kept walking. The tunnel eventually opened into an enormous chamber. At the center sat a single crafting table. Nothing else. Just one crafting table. Above it, written in signs, 3 words. You kept coming. The moment Elias read them, his inventory emptied. Every item vanished. Even the hot bar. The health bar disappeared. The hunger bar disappeared. Creative mode commands stopped working. Escape wouldn't open the menu. Disconnected nothing. He wasn't playing Minecraft anymore. He was trapped inside it. Footsteps echoed behind him. Slow, steady, closer. He turned. Herobrine stood at the entrance, closer than ever before. Still expressionless. Still wide-eyed. Only now, he wasn't alone. Behind him, hundreds of identical Steves emerged from the darkness. No names, no animations, just blank faces and white eyes. None of them attacked. Instead, every single one slowly turned toward Elias. Then, at exactly the same time, they looked directly at the player, not Elias, the camera, you, for nearly 30 seconds. Nothing happened, no music, no movement, only silence. Then Herobrine finally moved. He lifted one arm, pointing, not at Elias, at the crafting table. On top of it appeared a map, blank, except for one tiny white dot, moving. The dot wasn't inside the world, it was outside the map border. Heading toward the center, as it got closer, the footsteps grew louder, not from the game, from Elias' room. He removed his headphones. The footsteps continued, upstairs, across the hallway, stopping outside his bedroom door. 3 knocks, slow, heavy, then silence. He lived alone. The police later confirmed. Nobody had entered the house. No signs of forced entry, nothing on CCTV, nothing. Terrified, Elias turned back to the monitor. Every Steve had disappeared. Only Herobrine remained, standing inches away. For the first time, his mouth moved. No sound came out. Just 2 words. Your turn. The screen instantly went black. Minecraft closed itself. The world file was gone. Not deleted. Gone. Even recovery software couldn't find it. Every recording of the session had corrupted. Except one. A 5-second clip. The final frame. Herobrine's face. Except the white eyes were gone. They looked completely normal. The only white eyes belonged to Elias, reflected in the monitor. Friends dismissed the story as stress, sleep deprivation, an elaborate hoax, until strange things started happening to them. Anyone who watched the final recording reported hearing footsteps at night, flowers appearing outside their homes, doors opening by themselves. The same 3 knocks. Every single report ended the same way. The knocks always stopped after 3 nights. Nobody knew why. Years later, the anonymous archive where the world had been uploaded finally shut down. Most of its files disappeared forever, except one. Hidden inside a backup. Not the world, just a text document. It contained a single sentence, no author, no explanation, just 7 words. The player never leaves the world alive. Today, the original world has never been recovered. No one has successfully recreated the strange village, the impossible staircase, or the chamber beneath the church. Maybe the entire story was fabricated. Maybe Elias created the greatest Minecraft horror story ever told. Or maybe some worlds don't disappear. Maybe they simply wait for another player. And if one day you load an old Minecraft save and you notice your door standing open, even though you clearly remember closing it, don't look for Herobrine, because according to the legend, if you see him, he's already been watching you for a very long time, and by then, it's far too late.